Okay, actually, I really do like this figure. I mean, the Starscream design, you know, in both the films, I'm not a big fan of this big diamond chest area. I mean, hello, I'm about to get a visitor. This is like the third time you've interrupted my videos. Normally I just edit you out, but we'll see. Get down. Go on. You've just been fed, so you can't be hungry. Go on, get down. Not the camera. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the diamond chest display. I mean, I like the original Starscream mould of, you know, the main body of the plane is his body and the wings sort of stick out separately. But overall, it's not bad. You know what I mean? You know, it's not the worst figure I've ever seen. Size-wise, I haven't actually got any other Voyagers transformed. I've only got 4 Avengers Fallen figures, and they're all Voyagers. And none of them are transformed, they're all in vehicle mode. I've just realised I should have done a size comparison in vehicle mode, but I forgot, so the next Voyager I'll do a robot, and then possibly a vehicle mode. But compared to Voyagers in vehicle mode, I mean, that's Ironhide. Instead of Ramjet, sorry, Skywarp is bigger than Ironhide. He's quite a big Voyager as Voyagers go. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the actual design, but it's done well here. And you can move these to however you want them to be. There are sort of claw fingers that extend. I don't know what exactly they're for, but you know, when Starscream fires the missiles in the first film, I believe we're going to get a visitor again. I shall sort you out in a minute. When Starscream does fire these in the first film, they do sort of appear there, so it is quite film accurate. I'm not a big fan of how far apart the legs are, though, I have to say. I mean, they've got some good articulation. You can move them, so he's almost doing the splits. But the thing that I found is if you just turn them back, one click, and then straighten the legs out, turn the legs forward, that looks better. It doesn't look like he's got a proper gammy stance, like he's, you know, had an unfortunate accident. The head sculpt, if I just zoom the camera in, I believe it's the same head sculpt as Thundercracker. If I remember correctly, I mean, I never bought Thundercracker or Starscream from the first movie. I believe this is Thundercracker's head, and I believe that Ramjet has the original Starscream head, but he's painted white. This is black and purple, and I think Ramjet's painted white and some other colour. So they're not new moulds of any great description. You know, they are full repaints of already existing figures. Overall, though, really good. I mean, there was, you know, a few grievances in jet mode, so I'd probably, you know, I don't rate that mode ever so highly. You know, probably 7 or an 8, just because that horrible chow down the middle just, you know, makes it look unfinished, really, and the wings just don't seem big enough for an F-22 Raptor. They seem to be quite short. But robot mode is actually quite imposing. Not amazing articulation. Can twist the head, but only side to side. The arms do have quite a lot of posability. Because they're on an angle, you do have to, you know, do some finagling with them to. So if you want him all the way up there, you know, that's about as high as they can go. It does look a bit strange that his arms are quite low down and quite wide out, but that's part of the figure's design, so I'm not too upset about that. Legs, they go up. These have got quite a lot of articulation. Like I say, they can go out. That's really about it, actually. I mean, you've got individual panels that are articulated. These are articulated. These are articulated. That you can kind of pull these sections out a little bit. It can go sort of flat to the torso or a bit further out. You know, so there are options there, but generally it's only sort of the legs and arms that you're going to want to move. No waist articulation, so he's going to be doing some pretty straightforward arm cannon shooting, but aside from that, it's grown on me. I wasn't a big fan at first. They're only retailing at £15, so they're even less. They're less than current Voyagers are, and they are less than this particular model was in 2007. Voyagers back then were £19.99. Over here in the UK, they now range anywhere from £21.99 to £24.99, which is a bit it's a bit galling when you're paying £25 for a Voyager when you used to pay £25 for a Ultra. But anyway, yeah, this guy's £15 and has the He-Man ramjet R, so it's good value actually. You're getting, considering that deluxes are now pushing £13, £12.69 or something in Asda, you're getting a good value figure for a Voyager. He is a big Voyager. I'll get this when I come onto my Megatron review, but he towers over Megatron in robot mode. So he is a big Voyager, so you are getting your money's worth. And also next to Ironhide, who I'll review shortly as well, he's actually a decent size, so for £15 it's well worth picking one of them up. If you don't have a Starscream, or you can't afford a Voyager Starscream from Revenge of the Fallen, it's worth getting this figure, because it's not that much different in appearance from the new Starscream model, and I believe the new Starscream is actually smaller than the old Starscream. So that for less money you're actually getting a bigger figure for your pound. So yeah, well worth picking one up if you've got the funds to do so. Like I say, over here it's an Asda exclusive. In America it's a Walmart one, and then it's a store exclusive all over the world. So definitely £15 well worth picking one up. Alright, that's me out. So until next time, stay safe.